Alright, I'd like to take a minute and talk about sight alignment. So our pistol is fitted with a blade type front sight and a notched rear sight. It's not very easy to show them together on video like this. Just start to get a little bit of an idea there, but the proportions aren't right. So let's take it to paper and talk about what our goals are. Our goal for sight alignment, very simply, is to take our rear sight and our front sight and align your front sight in such a fashion that two key things are happening. One, the width on either side, the gap on either side of your front sight is equal on both sides. And then secondly, you want a straight line going across your top of your front sight and the top of your rear sight. Sight alignment like this is extremely important because it affects the angle at which the pistol is pointed towards the target. And we have such a short sight radius on a pistol that this is much more important than the actual hold point on the target. Your hold point on the target is actually very forgiving. But if you have poor sight alignment, then you're launching the bullet off at an angle, an extremely sharp angle, even though you've only perceived a small difference in your sight alignment due to the sight radius. So let's talk about my hold point and aligning of the sights. As part of my shot process, I hold above the black in the white. And that's where I establish my sight alignment. It's much easier to see these sights when it's two black things on the white target than it is if, say, you're holding like a center hold in the target itself. Then it's very difficult to find that alignment. The other thing is, if you do that, if you go right to your hold point, you're trying to do too many things at once. My shot process has me having everything right up when I'm holding above the bullseye, so that the only thing left that I have to do is to come down to the bull and increase pressure, break the shot, hold through the shot, let the pistol come back to its original hold point, and that makes up my shot process. Let me talk a little bit more about the position. The earlier video doesn't show the position very well. On the left side of my body, and this is mainly for rapid fire, I take my left hand and I make a fist. It goes down inside my pocket. In the process of doing that, my arm turns out, okay? Turns out like this. So I go down inside here, I turn my arm out. When that happens, I now have the upper part of my arm up against my ribs, the lower part of my arm is going down hard against my hip. What this does is it creates a firmness that goes up through your body, all the way across your shoulders into your shooting arm. So it really helps tighten up your position, and doing so allows you much faster return to target in your rapid fire. So let me show it again, see if I can get this on video. The fist goes down, my arm turns out like this, and then the rest of the arm form fits up against my body, up against my ribs and my hip.